Hey everybody, how's it going? Ben here from The Beard Guys. So today, update 7.2 has gone live on PUBG console. You can go and play it right now. And this update brings with it a whole load of different changes, including the new ranked games, which sadly are going to be available to squads only. We are going to be taking a look at those on stream today. So if you want to see some ranked gameplay live on PUBG console, then jump over to our Twitch stream on twitch.tv/thebeardguys today, and we're going to be checking that out. What we're going to look at in this video, however, is some of the changes they've made to guns and also armor in PUBG. So I'll put the full patch notes down below. If you just want to go and read them for yourself, go ahead and do that. But if you do find this video useful at all, then please give a click on the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more PUBG videos like this. So PUBG have made some pretty significant changes to gun balancing in this patch notes. There's a few different ones to go through, so we'll just kind of go through them in order. Firstly, there's been a bit of a nerf to the M4 and a bit of a buff to the barrel. They said they felt the M4 was a little bit too powerful. It's a very, very popular gun and was doing a huge percentage of the AR kills in PUBG. Now, what they have done to nerf the M4 is to increase its reload time, and they have also increased the reload times of the M16 and the Scar L. And then the M4 has also had several changes made to decrease its effectiveness at range. You won't really notice too much of a difference up close, but at range it has had some nerfs. It's had a decreased muzzle velocity from 880 meters a second to 780, so you'll find it a little bit less effective at range. And they've also changed the damage curve distances, which affect how much damage drops off over distance. They have slightly reduced the damage. They've taken it down at 1 point of damage from 41 to 40, so you will notice occasionally it might take one extra hit to drop someone, but it is a pretty minor tweak to the damage. Combining this with some of the other changes they've made to the other ARs to bring them up, hopefully might see a bit more of an even spread of use of the different guns throughout the game, particularly the barrel, which looks like it could be now very strong. So the barrel's changes have been quite significant. It's had its muzzle velocity increased, which basically means that it is going to be more effective at range, the bullets travel faster, and it also has had decreased recoil. After playing around with it in the training rooms, I found that the barrel is pretty nice to control now, as you can see in the footage playing in the background, and I think the barrel is now going to become a very, very popular choice for people to run in PUBG. Another couple of guns that are going to be more popular now as well, I think, are the M16 and the Mutant. These two guns have had buffs made to how they work when using burst and single fire mode, so they've basically reduced the recoil between quick successive shots when using semi-auto or burst mode. So you'll notice when we spam fire the M16 in burst or the Mutant in burst, the recoil is now significantly less. This makes them a lot more effective and a much more appealing choice compared to using a full auto AR when before you might not have wanted to go down that burst route. They've also added tracers to these two guns, so you won't really notice these unless you're shooting at quite long range, but if you're shooting pretty far out with these guns, you will notice that they do now have tracer rounds. That sums it up for all of the AR changes in PUBG. They've also made some really nice sounding changes to the shotguns, as well as some specific changes to particular guns that we'll mention in a second. They've done all of the following things for shotguns. They've increased the limb multiplier damage, they've increased the head multiplier damage, they've increased hip fire accuracy, they've decreased the accuracy penalty during movement, so they'll be more accurate whilst moving, and they have decreased damage drop over distance. So you should find that shotguns are both more accurate while moving, more accurate whilst hip firing, and also more accurate and more powerful at longer range. It's going to be really interesting to see how this is, because I find shotguns can be quite fun in this game sometimes, but also they can be quite troll when you hit people and you just feel like they should have dropped and they don't, and that inconsistency can be quite frustrating at times. Hopefully this might do something to alleviate that and might make shotguns a little bit more appealing. As for the specific shotgun changes, the S12K now can take 10 rounds with an extended, and the suppressor also decreases the spread of the pellets. So you'll find that it gives a similar sort of bonus to the choke on the other shotguns. It also looks great and sounds amazing and makes you think you're in no country for old men. The S187, the pump, has had its pump action speed increased, which I found pretty noticeable. That's basically the speed between shots. So once you've got your 5 reloaded, you can now fire off those 5 shots very quickly indeed. And the sawn-off shotgun has also had its reload speed increased. So that sums it up for the gun changes they've made on this update. There's also a really interesting armor change that you may have missed if you didn't go on the test server. And what they have basically done now is, rather than when your armor gets reduced to 0 durability left, rather than just disappearing completely, it now turns into essentially a broken vest that stays in your inventory until you drop it or replace it. Now, there's 2 advantages to this. What it does, firstly, is affect inventory space. If you didn't realize it already, your vest gives you a little bit of inventory space, just like your bag does, and when your vest gets broken, you lose that inventory space. So what happens now when your vest gets broken is you retain that inventory space, but you lose the benefits of the armor. That said, the other change they have now made is that even a broken vest now gives you some protection. So when your vest gets reduced down to 0 durability, as well as giving you that inventory space still, it'll also still provide 20% protection and a slight aim punch reduction once it is in this destroyed state. So this means even wearing your destroyed vest still gives more protection than no vest at all. It might sound a bit strange on the surface, but I personally think this is a really good change, particularly for squad games and maybe for ranked games. You end up in a lot of situations where later on in the game you're having these fights, and once a vest goes, it can be really annoying to go and try and find another vest somewhere rather than just being able to continue fighting. And I think it provides a much more fun way to play the game and a much more fun situation to watch or spectate if you're playing custom games or something like that, if you don't have to run around trying to find a vest every 5 minutes. There is obviously still an advantage to breaking people's armor because it is a much lower protection it offers you, but that little bit there will just stop you being able to drop in a very stupidly small amount of shots. You'll also notice that your vest and your helmet now have a little number that will count down to show what their durability is. You can see how much health is left quite clearly on them now with this new indicator. And you'll also notice some changes in the HUD to show what the status of your vest is. You can drop these vests as well. I thought they might disappear when you drop them, but if you have a destroyed vest, you can chuck it on the floor and it will sit there and be marked as 0%. In fact, it tells you the percent just when you look at them. You don't have to pick them up or go into your start menu to check. You can just stare at them on the floor and it will tell you the remaining durability of your vest or your helmet. So that sums it up for the gun and the armor changes that I wanted to cover in today's video. There are some other stuff on the patch notes you can have a look through. There's some UI changes they've made. There's a few bug fixes. There's obviously all the stuff around ranked mode, and there are some new skins going in the store. They are also bringing in some new streamer skins as well. We've seen Danuct skins and Choco Taco skins on console recently, and we are going to be seeing Break skins coming. They're not out today, but they are meant to be coming, I believe, in about a week's time. So if you want to support some other PUBG creators, then you can go and check out the Break skins, which are going to be coming out soon, and we may well see some other PUBG PC streamer skins coming to console, which is great. It's a great way to support those guys and girls. So if you're into those people, then I'd encourage you to go and check it out and maybe buy them. And if you do buy them, then why not use the Beard Guys creator code? That's right, we have a creator code which you can add to your PUBG account, and then when you go and make any purchases within PUBG of G-Coins or anything like that, then we get a tiny little percent from that. We've had nearly 300 of you already sign up using our creator code, which is amazing. So a huge thank you to anyone who's done that. In fact, if you want to leave a comment down below to let me know if you have added our creator code, then I would love to say thank you to you. If you haven't added our creator code already and would like to, then you can just visit accounts.pubg.com, then log in or create an account there. It's super easy. Link your Xbox account or your PlayStation account, and then go to Creator Appreciation Program and just find the Beard Guys on the little drop down list and add that. And once you've done that, you don't need to ever use that site again. You just go and do your business in PUBG, and when you buy things in the store, we'll get a little commission from that. So once again, big thank you to anyone who's already done that. Really appreciate it. It does help us out a lot. If we can try and get up to 500 people adding the creator code over the next month or two, that'll be an awesome milestone to hit. We're on about 300 at the moment, and I'll keep you updated on the progress in our coming videos. So that's it for today. Don't forget that we're going to be streaming on Twitch today, playing some ranked games. If you want to come and see some of the new patch in action, then jump over to twitch.tv/thebeardguys, and I will see you there.